So, hi everyone. Thanks for joining us for our first foster parent info session of 2021. And we're here with Julia and Caleb, and we're just really excited to talk with them about their experience of being foster parents, their newly licensed, their take on foster care kind of challenges the norm of why people tend to get involved. And so we'll just jump right in. And we're obviously still here with our recruitment director, Patricia Lott, and we just had an online pre-service class start last Thursday on the 14th with lots of excited families and still always in need, always recruiting. You can still jump in, and we will continue to have online training pretty continuously for as long as we can. So, Julia and Caleb, thank you.
Thank you.
Can you just tell us just a little bit, so how long have you been foster parents, and what was pre-service like for you?
Yeah, so we've been licensed since August, so that's 5-6 months now, and we got our placement in September. So they've been here for almost 5 months. Wow. Seems like, it doesn't seem like that long. And so our pre-service training, we joined with the first online session, and we really thought Eric did a great job. We learned so much. I remember we would always sit afterwards and say, wow, we could have used that before even becoming foster parents. That information would have been so helpful to know, and just was so engaging and really, really made it easy and fun and a great learning experience.
Yeah. So to say, so you were licensed and then had a placement within a month. So very quick turnaround. So you guys were ready at a moment's notice to take kids in need. So you were ready.
Yeah, I think we weren't really expecting to take a placement, but this was kind of a unique situation. And so it was a perfect fit for us. And so then we were like, all right, we're ready.
When we started the course, I remember thinking, like, let's just see if we can try this. And at the beginning, I thought, I don't know, can we really do this? And I definitely feel like by the end of the course, we were convinced. I mean, we were fully convinced. We were ready. We could do it. Like, we were excited about doing it. So when they had the call come along, it was just the right fit. We were like, okay, let's do it. It was exciting.
It helped. We had like a whole week notice that they were coming to stay with us for a respite placement. So we kind of had that time to be like, things are changing so we could get ready, which isn't always the norm. Sometimes it's like 30-minute notice. So we got a kind of easy settling in with that, because we had enough time to buy some food and just get everything a little more settled on our end.
Yes, yeah. So you guys are talking about how it was just the right fit and a good placement. So what did you guys have in mind as far as age of kids, number of kids, just your perspective of who you want to welcome into your home?
Well, so we work with youth in our neighborhood. So teenagers, before COVID, we ran a pretty decent sized youth service through our church and did some mentoring and some outreach with that. And so we wanted, first of all, to get licensed for those in case a child we already knew needed a home. So that was our main motivation. But going through the training and even with our assessing and all of that, we really wanted older teenagers. So 13, 14, 15, that was kind of our goal age. Yeah. And we were more interested in siblings than a singular child, just because sometimes siblings it helps the relationship part when they have each other. That was kind of our thought. I don't know if that's always true, but so those were kind of our two things, that if it wasn't a kid from our neighborhood, an older kid, potentially an older sibling group.
Yeah.
Anything to add?
Yeah, go ahead, Caleb.
I think we really like the idea of teenagers, because we saw a lot of teenagers that weren't making that adult connection. And it was neat how in our neighborhood we could be that connection, but we also knew that some people, they needed even that on an even greater level. They needed a place to stay. And what we learned in the class too was that teenagers, that's a very crucial time in your life, and having that meaningful adult relationship is so critical. So we wanted to be in that spot. We felt like there was a call to be there.
Yeah, yeah. And so far, so good.
How old
Yeah, it's
are
been
the
really.
kids you have?
What'd you say?
How old are the kids we have?
Yeah, they're 15 and 16. The brother and sister, 15 and 16. They're a junior and a sophomore. Yeah. And it's been interesting too. Like, we can go outside and play basketball a little bit, shoot around, but most of the time we're just here in the house. That's been interesting. I mean, that's been tough. Because I think when you asked about what we might have imagined with that, like, I definitely wish we could go out and see the city some more, but that's been a unique challenge. It's like they're essentially homeschooled here because of COVID, and we have to sort of get creative. We need to get more creative with how to keep from getting cabin fever here.
So, and Pat, so Caleb and Julia are unique in that they're willing to take on teens and older sibling groups. That's not always the case. You know, you want a nice fresh baby just to be able to hold and snuggle. That's what we hear from a lot of people, and there's certainly a need for that. But these older kids, I mean, they need love and care just like any other child. And so, Pat, if you have anything to add about that.
Yes, right now with the new year starting, it definitely was my goal to work on two unique groups to recruit for. Number one, someone to be able to have the bedroom space to take sibling groups, which check that box for you guys did that. And number two, for someone to take in older children. And you hit the nail on the head with so many little sentences you said there, and that's why you're just incredibly unique and special in the way that you have opened yourself up to be willing to take on. Teenagers are a challenge in the perfect of situations, and if I can say, as you're a younger couple, you have not parented, although I know you've had a lot of experience with young people. So that definitely, I think, has, worked for you, and you've been put to the test, and it's been great. So the need for people to be willing to give the nurturing, the safe feeling, the love to teach, to bond with an older child, it's just so necessary right now. So I need people to be willing to take older children. Absolutely.
Yes, and just exactly what you guys are doing. Even, I mean, teenagers don't always like to talk, but that's okay. You'll still sit next to them. You'll sit there and
I love that look you just did, Caleb.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're really lucky. We have a nice upstairs space, so they kind of have their own living room, their bedroom space, so they kind of have some time of seclusion. So when they come downstairs and they really sit and hang out, it's kind of, like they want to talk. But if they're just upstairs, it's good. You have a nice dynamic there, which I think is helpful since we are always in the house for the most part, and they have school time, and then they sometimes come down here, watch a movie or eat dinner together and have a conversation, and then they can go upstairs and have their space. And I think that's been good because they are teenagers. But we really have had some great opportunities to talk to them about their goals in life. How do you achieve a goal? Even just skills that they want to learn, or how do you bake? She just made homemade brownies from scratch for the first time. Just things like that, where you get those great opportunities to help somebody learn a skill and also enjoy the time spent with them.
yes, yeah, for the years of history that they've had and that they're bringing with them into your home that you may or may not know about. But just being willing to walk alongside them regardless, and showing them and investing in them. Yeah, for sure. Helping them with school, cooking, laundry.
Mm.
They're good at that. They came very, very equipped in doing laundry. I was impressed. They have a lot of skills actually coming into this. They were just really very trained well actually in a lot of areas. And I was kudos to their mother who is just really great with them. So
Yeah. So is there a certain memory that you can think of over the last couple months that maybe was unexpected, but turned out as like a favorite thing to share? Or just a fun like family moment?
Well, I remember like late in the summer when they got here, the young man who's in our house, he said he plays basketball, and I really wanted to get him out there to play, but he wanted to stay in a little bit because I don't know if I wasn't trash talking him, but I said, hey, let's get out on the court. I'll show you. I'm old, but I'll show you what I got. And it was fun the day that he came down, and a couple other guys from the neighborhood challenged us, and we had this great game late in the night. Everybody was watching, and we were on the same team, and we lost a very close game, but it's been talked about in weeks and months since. It was an epic showdown. We're ready for our rematch. Right now, it's a little bit Arctic out there, so we're not gonna go just yet. It was cool when we finally made it on that team together.
Yeah, definitely a bonding experience, and something to look forward to with playing some more.
We took a day trip to Niagara Falls.
That was cool.
That was fun. None of us had been there, so we drove up and down in the same day.
Yeah.
Like their first time leaving the state and everything, so that was fun. Caleb had to drive, so maybe not as fun for him, but it was a good shared experience.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Yeah.
Creativity and our time to get out and just have fun together, for sure. So do you have any advice for anyone thinking about being foster parents or just taking the leap?
My first reaction is that we're too young and inexperienced to give advice, but I would definitely, if somebody else in our position were to come to me, ask me, we're thinking about this, should we do it? I would say, definitely do it. Definitely give it a chance. Like, obviously the opportunity is there. It's a great opportunity, but I also think that a person could be equipped to do well. We have a lot to learn, but I feel like we have the resources and the people around us and that we could do it. And and to anybody, I would say, do it, go for it.
Yeah.
Good advice. Good advice.
Yep. So we're wrapping up here. Is there anything else, Julia or Caleb, that you two would like to share? If not, that's okay.
I think don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone. I think it's easy to just, say, oh, I might not be good at this, or we might be a little weird, or we might not have the coolest, gaming system for teenagers, but they're people. They want to be heard. They want to be listened to. They want somebody to show that they are cared for and that they matter. And anybody can do that. You don't have to have any specific experience or life skill. It's just showing up and caring and working through the mistakes that you make and that they make together. That's life, and that's really all it takes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's nice. That's really nice. Thank you.
Well said.
Well said.
Yes, definitely. And Pat, so your info is in the comment section, but always reach out to Pat. She's ready and willing to talk. just answer any of your questions, even if you're not quite ready just to do it, even though we've said just do it. You can. Just reach out. It's 330-818-0444 or plott@pathwaycfc.org. We did just have another pre-service begin last week. So
Thursday was the first night of class. And this class is going pretty quick. It will end February 23rd. And the next set of pre-service training will begin 1st of March. Haven't picked the dates yet, but they will be Tuesday and Thursday nights, 6 to 9, via Zoom once again. And so anyone out there that would just like some more info, give me a call. I'd love to talk with you and get you set up for the next class.
all right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.